Hello. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Hello, Moth. Hello, Ouija. Hello, Mare. Hello, Hopes. Hello, anyone else who may be lurking. I hope everyone has had a good day. I hope everyone has had a good weekend since I've last seen you all. I had a really good weekend. I went to a night market over the weekend, which was really nice and lovely. I tried a new food for the first time, and now I'm obsessed with it, and I think I need to eat more of it forever. It's a Korean food called hotteok, and it's this pancake made out of like different flours, like flour, but there's a filling in it. And my filling, I'm a basic person, so my filling was cheese, and I love it. But some of the other fillings, they're like, it can be both savory food or a sweet food. So it's like, so it can be like you can put chocolate in it, or like a cinnamon concoction, or you can put like beef or cheese, anything like that. Hiya, how you doing? You stream so late for me, I know, and unfortunately, that actually brings up a really good point of an announcement. This will be the last time that I will ever actually be streaming this early. I have picked up a shift on Mondays at my work, so from next Monday onwards, I will be streaming from 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time every single stream, not just Thursdays. So I apologize to those that may unfortunately feel alienated by this change and may not be able to tune in live. However, my VODs will always, and I mean always, be available. The Community Day VODs will, they will expire. I don't put my Community Day VODs up on YouTube, but every story-based VOD that I play, whether it be Ace Attorney or, trying to think of the other ones, AI the Somnium Files, stuff like that, Bioshock, Minecraft, all of those VODs, unless something goes wrong with them, will go up to my VODs YouTube. How many hours later will it be? 2 hours later. So it's currently 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So it will unfortunately go postponed like 2 hours. Also, Moth, if it's a website, just link the website. Like, or just say what the game is in game suggestions. You can just say the word. Hello, Aaron. It is, in fact, the last case of Gay Lawyer Game, Gay Prosecutor Edition, number 1, because there's 2. I'm excited to start this case. I feel like this game has been incredibly solid. I feel like I've enjoyed it a lot. I feel like every case has been enjoyable, has had aspects that I have really liked about it, and it also feels like, I feel like this is the first Ace Attorney game where literally every case is important to the overarching story. Hello, Rosira. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. How have I been? I've been good. I was just talking about going to a night market earlier, and also I'm picking up a new shift at work, so that's exciting because that means, it may mean I'd be more tired on Mondays, but it does mean that I'm, it also does mean that I get more money. And more money is always good because I'd like to put more into my savings, and I'd also like to be able to invest more money into my streams and into, you know, other passions, books or video games or Pokemon cards. I bought 2 cards recently. I bought an Electrike and I bought a Clobberpuss. Both like reverse holos. They're both super cute. And I've also decided to stop collecting Surging Sparks. I have decided to officially stop trying to master set Surging Sparks because it's both such a large set. Like, to master set it, you'd have what, 400, possibly 500 cards. And it's also the most expensive master set, at least of the past year. And it's also been scalped to high heavens. And especially in Australia, it is super, super difficult to find. So, ooh, very close, Oha. It is pronouns. I will, oh, there we go. Mare did it instead. You nearly got it, Oha. It's the S instead of the CE. Gotta love that, Moolah. Agreed. Stream times will not affect me at all. That's good. I'm glad I'll be able to still see you here. But as I said, if people are not able to come, I do apologize, but VODs are always available unless something goes wrong, like when I accidentally doxed myself that one time. Whoops. I really liked today's squares. It's a short and sweet one. Ooh, I'm happy to jump right into it then. Oh, let me go to profiles. I gotta remember this. Launch profile and new browser. Let's play squares on this profile. Squares.org. Pokemon cards have always been scalped to high heaven. That is true, but I think in particular this past year or so, I feel like it's gotten a whole lot worse. And, like, it's gotten so worse that, like, the Pokemon Company ended up, like, addressing it. So, what do you mean you accidentally doxed yourself? Oh, I accidentally put, like, my last name up on stream one time. So I've learned that lesson, and I'm now using a different profile on Firefox to stream, like, squares and stuff. So don't you worry. You won't be able to find the doxing anywhere. It was just a silly moment. It means I need to go to bed earlier so I can wake up by this time. You do not have to change your, oh, wrong way around. Don't feel the need to change your sleep schedules for me. I want you all to stay. Go away, McGraw. Go away. I've had a great weekend and a great week outside of the Sonic comics. I've also got a few more Disney comics and got some games, Sonic 3D Blast, and the not for resale version of Sonic Adventure 1. Oh my goodness. And Dreamcast Demo. Oh my goodness. I'm overwhelmed. Wait, no. Wait, Hopes. Oh my gosh. That is incredible! Wait, this is the best squares of all time! This is right up there with the squares where you can make the word autism. You can make bisexual! Oh, this is incredible. This is the most goated squares of all time, I think. I see the badge. Yes, I've actually forgotten the badge in my past few streams. So the badge is up there to remind me to keep the badge up there, basically. But hey, D-Gage, how you doing? I'm not playing Wordle, I'm playing Squares. And then after this, we'll hop into Edgeworth. Or we'll play the game that Moth suggested. Exactly, it's the LGBT square. It's so good. I don't know, this TH. I feel like the past few days of Squares and stuff have had a lot of vowels tucked in with other vowels, and you can't really get there in very, easy ways. Exist? Good. Glad we exist. Hello, I hate chaos. How you doing? I also got Doom the Dark Ages this week. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard good things about it. Is Doom the Dark Ages like... Is it like Doom? Like, is it part of that series? Because I've heard of the series Doom, but I've never actually played any of it at all. How are you? I'm good. I slept in. Just because I'm a silly person. I did, however, for the first time ever... last night, I took melatonin, and it was, I think I took it too late. I think I have to take it earlier before I go to bed, but it was good. I'm excited because I do personally find it really hard to go to sleep at night. Even if I'm really tired, going to sleep is always a challenge for me. So my doctor prescribed me melatonin on Friday, and I took the first one last night because I didn't need it on Friday or Saturday night because I had nothing to do in the morning, the next morning. Oh, 6th. That's good. And there's the H gone. Thank goodness. I don't know. Vixes? Vise. Vise is a word. Cows. Bonus. Dang. Is vibe a word? Oh! Wait, when Hope said vibe and vibes, I didn't realize they were guessing. I thought they were just saying vibes because of the bisexual stuff being the word. They're bonus words for some reason. Don't know why. Call and calls sounds good to me. How about visa? There we go. And there's the A gone. Nice. And to make things better, I get tomorrow off of work. Oh, hell yeah! Let's go! A day off work is always good. I say as I pick up more shifts at work. Listen, do as I say, not as I do. I'm on an off day right now. Yeah, let's go! 3 cheers for days off. Hip hip hooray. Is sister word? Bonus. Rude. Lust. Nice. Sexist? No. No. Oh, Suddenly, I'm no longer sure how to feel about today's squares. Because we got bisexual, and then we got sexist. Going through all of the big things today. I know, it's a very, very charged Squirtle. You're very right. Listen, as soon as the word sex is involved, it's a free-for-all. Hello, Cass. How you doing today? Too late for that, considering the amount of overtime I've done on Fridays within the past year. I've done exactly what you're doing, in a way, for way longer. I see. Is cis a word? It probably is. However, the words have to be 4 letters or longer. So cis cannot be a word in this particular game. But like, oh geez, sieve? No, not how it works. How have I been? I've been good. I've been good, really. But like, Nope. A hydrate. Thank you, Erha. I will sippy that. The kibby is exploring. What is a kibby? I am confusion. You got a Tails Funko Pop this week. That's cute. Tails is such a cool character. Did I do visual already? I did do visual. Dang it. Then what am I looking for here? Well, there's that. Oh, sixes. Did that the wrong way round. Wrong S. There we go. Correct S. What you have called the cat in the videos I have sent in people's pets pics. Have I called it a kibby before? Ah, I must have forgotten. That's my bad. What's the exploration like? What are they looking for? Is Luxes a word? Bonus. Grr. Today I got a big pack of comic book boards and bags so I can use them for any comics I get that don't already ship in them. What is an Ebex? What? Probably a place to hide so it can be a squatter. Oh yeah, this was a few years ago now, we had a couple of neighbors that moved in, a man and his partner, and they had a cat who was like 19 years old at the time. And as soon as they moved in, he went missing. And obviously that's very stressful. Like, where the hell is this cat, right? The cat was in our chimney because our houses are connected because they're super old. He'd climbed his way into our blocked off chimney. There's that one. We've just got 2 sixes left. Claws. Ah, nice one, Hopes. All right, what is viscous? Ew. What? Ew. Why did the last word have to be viscous? Hello? Ugh. Yeah, not a great way to end it. We really should have left bisexual until the end, but alas. I was too excited about the bisexuals. Whoa! I'm so used to having ad blocks on my other profile that it's like such a surprise to me that I'm getting like ads everywhere when playing Squirtle now. I genuinely forgot that that there would be ads on these websites. I was gonna leave bisexual to the end, but hopes at other ideas. Listen, if other people find the really big words, then I'm proud of them for it. It was Santa Cat? Yes. Santa Cat giving me the present that was his presence. All right, let's do Squirtle now. What are we thinking? Do we think Pokemon between Gen 4 and Gen 6? So something from either Sinnoh, Unova, or Kalos. I saw sex and had to run with it. You know what? That is incredibly valid of you, Hopes. I hadn't even made the connection that sex was there yet. Why am I getting an ad for Marvel Rivals? Hello? I wouldn't be mad receiving a free cat from the chimney. Oh, agreed. Can I delete these ads? Oh, I can't really. Why does it reload? I don't want them. Leave me alone. I need to put an ad blocker on this. I think I need to put an ad blocker on this one. Ferrothorn. That is an Interesting start. It is in fact Gen 5. Okay, so we have to do something higher than Gen 5. It cannot be grass or steel, but it is taller than 1 meter and weighs more than 110 kilos. So I'm thinking, let's go Gen 7. Let's go Lunala. Okay, it's confirmed. It's a Gen 6, and it's even taller and weighs even more than Lunala. So we need a Gen 6. Maybe a legendary? Dark? Yeah, that works. Oh my goodness, how big is this thing? Hello? It's taller than 5.8 meters, and it weighs more than 203 kilos. What could this be? Is it a Zygarde thing? No, even Zygarde complete form isn't tall enough. I got a new movie today. The movie was the Minecraft movie. Oh no. Yeah, I'm personally refusing to go play that go watch that one. I've heard all about it. It's not great. Definitely, it isn't that bad, but definitely isn't worth the price of going to theaters for it. Yeah, I feel like if I watched that, I would not watch it in a cinema. Aurorus? It's not tall enough. It's 2.7 meters. What is Gen 6 and bigger? Is Xerneas taller? No, Xerneas is shorter. It does weigh more, though. I'm trying to think of big Gen... Maybe it's a Mega. Let's look through all the Megas. It has to be taller than 5.8. Mega Gyarados? Or Mega Steelix? Okay, it's not Mega Steelix. Let's try... No, it's not Mega Gyarados either, because Dark is out. Mega Rayquaza? But that's... no. But Mega Rayquaza is flying. And we've already got flying out. What on earth? I don't remember much about Gen 6. Like, at all. I now have... I'm sorry, this is just... Okay, let me turn off my model here. That is just egregious advertising. Did you see that guy with the ass? Wow. Egregious advertising from Marvel Rivals. Primal Groudon. I didn't think of the primals. Water, none, or ground, fire. Primal Groudon is actually too short. Primal Kyogre, on the other hand, is perfect. Nice job, Brasera. Let's go. Why was that ad? Oh, look, here's another one. Why are we getting people's booties in Marvel Rivals advertising? I missed the ass. Well, this one's a better ass because it's on a woman. Woman ass. Better than man ass. There's another one! Wait, this is ridiculous! Why is this... Why is this happening? Why are we getting so many ass shots in Marvel Rivals? Oh my goodness. And they used to call Overwatch Guna bait. Like, what is this? We're getting booty ads. Goodness gracious. All right, so Moth suggested a game that is like Wordle, apparently. So I'd like to at least see what it's like. Let's look at this. Myrtle. Interesting. Nope, that's the wrong Firefox. That's the bad Firefox. That's the Firefox that will dox me. Myrtle. Oh! Wait! Yo! This is like my favorite type of game ever! Wait! Also, hey, Peace, how you doing? Wait, I love logic puzzles! Logic puzzles are like my favorite type of puzzle ever! Right up there with Sudoku. Sudoku is just easier. It's less tedious, but logic puzzles I actually like more. Wait, this is goated. I love this. Try the daily mini first. I don't need to try a mini. I can play the actual game. Okay. With a nice, easy murder in this week with no exception. One of the locals had been killed in a tiny resort town. Okay. So we got suspects, weapons, and locations. Thank you for the hydrate. Who was that piece? Oh, I love this. I love logic puzzles so much. I'm actually so excited. Each suspect brought one weapon to one location, but only one was a murderer. Logico knew that by careful study of the facts, it could uncover the truth. Okay. So clues and evidence. So, okay, so I can click all that. Okay, I see. Wait, I'm so excited. Okay, if you click on the suspects. Oh, so this is like more. How do I go back? Set card down. That's how I go back. Okay, so here are the clues and evidence. Senor Emerald was seen with a snow globe. Okay. Which weapon is the snow globe? That is not the shape of a snow globe. That's not, but whatever. Okay, so he was seen with a snow globe. A fiber detector gave a positive reading on Miss Ruby. Okay. Hammer and sickle? What in the communism? Okay, made of fiber, made of metal. Okay, so a fiber detector gave a positive reading on Miss Ruby. That means that Miss Ruby would have had to have used the rope? I'm gonna go to sleep, no worries, Oha. Have a good night. Okay, forensics determined a weapon made at least partially out of glass was present in the gift shop. Okay, I think only one of them is made out of glass. It's the snow globe. Okay, so the snow globe was in the gift shop, which means that, what's your name? Senor Emerald was in the gift shop. There we go. The Duchess of Vermilion was in a place coincidentally referenced in Dame Obsidian's famous unauthorized autobiography. A restaurant. Okay. Locations. The 5-star restaurant. The Duchess of Vermilion. What's Vermilion? Duchess of Vermilion is this orange lady. Was in a place. Okay, so she was in the 5-star restaurant. Okay. She was totally the Duchess eat the rich, true. Unless she was using the hammer and sickle, then she's giving extremely mixed messages. A hammer and sickle was not at the trailhead. What's the trailhead? The tree. Okay. So hammer and sickle was not at the trailhead, which means that Vermilion did not use the hammer and sickle. Wait, no, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean anything, actually. Viscount Eminence. Who? Okay, purple. Viscount Eminence hated the person who brought a walking stick. So he didn't bring a walking stick, which means he had to have brought the hammer and sickle, which means that she had to have brought the walking stick. Okay. And if that went there, so that wasn't at the tree, then he was there, then that was there. Which means rope was at the tree. Purple was there. You were there. Okay. Then Deductive Logico gathered all of the suspects into one room, made them listen to and explain. Climbing rope was clearly used to commit the crime. Okay, so that means that it was Miss Ruby, because she used the climbing rope. How, with the climbing rope, where, in the trailhead. Okay. Make accusation? Was he right? Yippee! Oh, that's so much fun. While Miss Ruby protested her innocence, she lost confidence as Deductive Logico explained the case against her, and she admitted she was caught. I don't mind going to jail. It's a challenge to escape. So she thinks she's gonna go. Deductive Logico watched her be led away, knowing it was the last he would see of her. And that concludes the mystery of the no longer living one of the locals. You solved today's murder in 5 minutes and 14 seconds. That's so cool! That's so much fun! Oh, I'm obsessed with this. I love this so much. I'm absolutely going to be doing that every day. Ugh. All right. We've done 3 kind of word games today. We've done 3 puzzles today. It's super early. We're only 40 minutes into stream and we've done 3 things. That's all right. That means we can get started on investigations early today. Moth found a good game. Moth found a great game. I love that so much. I'm a big fan of logic puzzles in general. Steam, you better not try to update anything. There's nothing to update. Oh, hallelujah. I was gonna be so mad if it was otherwise. Oh, I can probably sell some of these things in my inventory. I don't need 2 of the same item. That's all right. I'm back, got a small container of various nuts and cookies. Oh, cookies. So good. Cookies, I think, are the best dessert ever. I think nothing much can beat cookies. Cookies or brownies. I think cookies and brownies are the best. Maybe cupcakes as well. Cookies, brownies, cupcakes are the big 3 to me. I want cookies and brownies now. You know what? So do I. But I did have a bunch of Oreos before stream started. Stop, okay. Sorry, Peas. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tempt you in. All right. So, last time that we played Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth, we finished the 3rd case in the series. I think no. 4th case. Yeah, it was the 4th case, because there was the tutorial case, then there was the plane case, then there was the theme park case, and then there was the throwback case. Yes. So we finished the throwback case last week. We found out that Callisto Yu was the murderer and was also the Yatagarasu. However, now in the future, Kay is claiming that she is the Yatagarasu and has taken that title, well, not taken, has inherited that title from her deceased father. So this case, from what it sounds like, will have to include finding Callisto Yu, who ran away when she was found and caught, accused of the murders, and then we have to figure out which one is the real Yatagarasu. So that'll be interesting. I think Kay, even if Kay's not the real Yatagarasu, I think she should become the real Yatagarasu. All right. New game! New case! Episode 5. Chat, turnabout ablaze. 2 cards. One of the Black Raven and one of the White Raven. Oh, I didn't realize the cards were different. A country torn in 2. One to the west and one to the east. Is this about Cadopia? When those which were split are made whole again, the truth will reveal itself. It's kind of a sexy hand. Fire. Arson. Who's committing arson? Whomstadiv. It's the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu's here. Oh, is this the embassy? Whoa, that's a red screen. Oh my goodness. You, accursed Yatagarasu. Kay, you... Does he think Kay did this? Oh my goodness. 8 hours earlier. This is already intense. What trauma is he going to experience this time? Arson, apparently. Plus political relations, I guess. I need to make these at some point now. I need to learn how to bake more. I made Anzac biscuits back last month, but since then I haven't done much else. I'm not much of a cook. I don't do much in the kitchen. Okay. Good to see our office is cleaned up after the whole, you know, murder in it. It's so nice, almost dreamlike, to finally have the chance to relax and sip some tea. I'm not a fan of tea, chat. Chat, are you tea or coffee people? I'm not a coffee person either. I'm a hot chocolate person. Especially after what a whirlwind the past few days have been. On my return flight, I was dragged into a case involving an Interpol agent's murder. The next day, I investigated a kidnapping and a murder at the Gatewaterland theme park. And later that night, a detective's dead body welcomed me back to my office. Goodness. All of this happened within like 2 days. Kind of an incredible timeline, like speedrun. Along with a thief who was out to pilfer files related to a case from 10 years ago. How did I manage to find myself in the middle of so many cases back to back? For the plot. Well, at least I have today. All I ask is that I be allowed to spend it quietly. Oh man, that'll never happen. This is big! Big, I tell you. I almost forgot Kay's voice for a second. I can do iced sweet tea sometimes, but not coffee, and I love hot chocolate. Hell yeah. I've never had iced tea. I've tried iced coffee once, and it made me, like, sick. I'm a neither person. Same. Hey, what's wrong with you? Where's your enthusiasm? And suddenly the phrase, the fragility of dreams, comes to mind. What are you talking about, fragile dreams? Come on, let's go. The fake Yatagarasu isn't going to just find herself, you know. Well, if you must know, it's possible that It's possible that I was paid a visit last night by your fake. Say what? Unfortunately for us, the thief managed to escape. But even now, we're still looking for this criminal. However, I must warn you that we've only had a few hours to search so far. So I must insist that you be patient on this one, Kay. What's with you today? Are you sure you aren't sleep-talking to me right now? Anyway, I've got something much more important that I want you to see. Oh? And that is? I like this little sprite of her searching in the bag. Take a look at this. On March 14th, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. Ooh, a threat. That's quite a bold declaration to send to an embassy. I suppose it was inevitable that a newspaper would catch wind of this. The date the card mentions is today. Today, huh? Come on, we've got to hurry. The embassy awaits. I suppose it is quite an urgent matter. However, do you know which country's embassy we should be investigating? Well, it's some really special country, and I'm actually really fuzzy on the details. But never mind that. Where's all your energy? Why are you so lackadaisical today? Is that how that word is pronounced? Because I have no idea. Iced tea is a big thing here in the US, especially down south and southwest states. Iced tea is kind of big here, but I think Australia's biggest drink is just straight normal coffee. Apparently Australia makes amazing coffee. Not that I would know. I've never tried it. And also I don't like coffee. I've made it though. I've made coffee, but I haven't drank it. I'm not, Kay. You're just too wound up. Well, then you should get too wound up too. Because this just might be our chance to catch that woman. You mean Ms. Yu? The woman who killed Kay's father, Bern Faraday, 7 years ago. Youch. I kind of wish she wasn't evil. She was a really interesting character. Callisto Yu. She claimed to be the great thief Yatagarasu, and then disappeared from the courtroom. Ugh, she makes me so mad, the phony! Everyone knows that the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a calling card. Until a company's underhanded dealings are made public, the target is always totally unaware that the Yatagarasu has paid them a visit. That's what makes the real Yatagarasu so awesome. You mean that's what makes you so awesome, Kay? I prefer the divine drink known as Dr. Pepper. I'm not much of a cola person either, is the thing. Fizzy drinks, I don't like the fizz. Sometimes I'll drink a Coke or a Pepsi, but not for me. The Yatagarasu's card that's shown in this article, it looks to me as though it could be genuine. See, that's the thing. Whoever it is, that person isn't the real deal, but has knowledge of the Yatagarasu. If this isn't a clue that that woman's involved, then nothing is. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, out the door you go. Wait, there are a few preparations I must make before we go. There's something interesting about this card we found last night here in my office. It's of a different color than the one in the article, which makes me wonder why. What's up? Any reason why you're boring a hole through the newspaper with your eyes? No reason at all. Very well, seeing as how Ms. Yu is also someone of a special nature to me, I agree there is some merit to be found in investigating this. I knew you'd come around. Let's go, gang! Just a man and his accidental adopted daughter. I wonder how her other family, Kay's actual family, feels about this. Obviously her dad's dead, but I forget who she's living with. Is she living with her mum now? I wonder how her mum feels about this. With soda, nothing beats the classic drink as Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Never had Mountain Dew in my life. Don't think I ever will either. By the light of this night's glorious moon. Oh my gosh. We are ready. Ready to embark on our nightly outing. And this is where our tale begins. Oh my goodness, what a throwback. It's the Steel Samurai. She's living with her mum's relatives, but I wonder how they feel about it then. How do they feel about her, do they know that she's trying to become a thief? Yeah, they just accepted that she's Edgeworth's now. Huh, what a coincidence. Who would have thought that a Steel Samurai stage show would ever be held at such an elegant theater inside a foreign embassy? Yeah, the climax was really awesome. Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. I got chills down my spine when he pulled that move out. sushi slash? Ew. That sounds kind of gross, honestly. What, like a sushi sword? I suppose it really is more impactful to watch a show in person than on television. I have to say though, this embassy is set up kind of funny. I mean, they have two countries sharing the same building. Well, as you said yourself, this place and the countries it houses are very special. Even this theater is special in that it is a neutral zone shared by the two countries. So let me get this straight. The Steel Samurai show just now is being sponsored by one of the two countries. The one that's called the Kingdom of Alabast. Oh my goodness, we're getting another new country? I thought we were gonna get the one that the art dealer was from the plane episode. I thought it might be about that. But nope, we've got more countries. Yes, it would appear that the Steel Samurai is very popular in that country as well. Seems that way. But you know who I'm really into? The Jammer Ninja. The Republic of Babal is sponsoring a Jammer Ninja stage show. What? Wait, 2 new countries? I thought it was gonna be Kadopia and somebody. Not, oh, what? Okay. So what's the tally in this game? This game has given us 5 fictional countries. We have that country that started with B, that the art dealer was from in the plane case. Then we've got Alabast. Then we got Babal. Then we got Kadopia. Then we got Zhongfa. Oh my gosh. Give it a break. That's something for fangirls like me. Someone on the investigations, like, dev team must have really liked the idea of designing flags. And then... and then the rest of the devs were like, we just gotta let them make flags here and then we'll make the countries to do with the flags. We've totally got to see that too, Mr. Edgeworth. The Jammer Ninja show is gonna kick the Steel Samurai show's rear end. You know, ever since I first met this girl, I've always had this inkling that what she really wants to be is not a thief, but rather a ninja. Well, yeah, considering she says she doesn't steal things. Like, she takes secrets more than anything else. Likes to bring down corrupt organizations. I wouldn't call that something that a thief does. So anyway, about today's event. What's it called again? The Kingdom of Alabast versus the Republic of Baal Goodwill Jubilee. Whatever that means. The small European countries of the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babal. These two countries used to be a single entity that was abundant with nature. And it was called the Principality of Kadopia. Okay, so here's where Kadopia comes in. Is everything all right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm all right. Moving on. So is this place still called the Kadopian Embassy? Because these two countries are both inside it, and they were both part of one country? I assume? After a period of civil unrest, the country split in two, though signs of their past remain. For example, their flags preserve the flower and butterfly motifs to this day. That is barely a butterfly, bro. Like, I see it, but like, only almost. Kadopia, huh? The KJ8 incident, and what was referred to as the second KG8 incident, in which an embassy staff member was murdered. Both of these cases were related to the Principality of Kadopia. In the 7 years that have passed, the country may have split into two. However, the Atagarasu still sent a calling card here. What could it all mean? They're still corrupt. Possibly double the corruption because they're two countries now instead of one. Mr. Edgeworth, I know you're thinking about something. Oh, excuse me. What were we talking about again? Ugh, if you could please stop spacing out on me. Anyway, we were talking about the Alabast versus Babal Goodwill Jubilee. The two countries have had a pretty bad relationship with each other, but supposedly they've been trying really hard to make up recently. That's why they decided to hold this event. If that's the case, then why the verses? Also, both countries claim to own the real Primaduck statue and national treasure to both. They're planning to have them publicly evaluated today to see which one's the real deal. Kay, need I remind you to take care and not succumb to your thieving desires? Oh yeah, she's gonna take both statues and do it herself. Thank you for the hydrate, D-Gage. Sippy sippy. Well, when it comes to treasure, I can't help myself. You know that. She'd better be saying that in jest. Hey, I can read your body language, you know, and you've got it all wrong. Look, I'm here to do some investigating. Investigating, I tell you. I know. And although we don't know if the Adagarasu will really make an appearance, I suppose we should still spend some time examining this place. Okay. Examine we- No! No, what are you- Oh, no. Well, guys, you don't have to redeem American accent today, don't you? Yeah, free American accent. D-Gage's dream has come true. All right, let's get it over with now. Hey, Queen. Where in tarnation are they? Come on, Big Scoop. Hey, mister, out of the way. Yeah, I'm talking to ya. Ugh. I seem to remember this woman from somewhere. Yet my instincts are directing me not to engage in conversation with her. Perhaps it would be best if I left her alone. You know what, Edgeworth? I'm on your side today. Who is that? That's Lotta Hart. She, appeared several times during the original Ace Attorney trilogy. And I gave her an American accent. And that's where kind of the birth of me using an American accent that was terrible came from. So, blame her for the hell I've put you all through. Hey, dude. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what is beyond these doors. The Babalese embassy is just beyond these doors, sir. Do you have some business with the embassy? Do you require immediate access? No, that's quite all right. Are you sure, sir? Anyone and everyone is welcome in the Republic of Babal. Well then, since we're here, an embassy isn't some sort of theme park, Kay. You're such a buzzkill. Kay just wants to explore. The national flag of the Republic of Babal is on display here. The crest on it features a butterfly. It's really rare to see a national flag featuring an animal on it. I was about to say, thank you, Edgeworth, for agreeing with me here. No? I feel like it's not that rare for an animal to be on a flag. I can't exactly list many, or at least not as many as Edgeworth can, but like, I've seen animals on flags before. Okay, then are there any flags with really chic things on them? Chic things? That's pretty vague, Kay. Although by my definition, there aren't really any flags that feature a chic object. Oh, that's too bad, because if there was, I was thinking about stealing it. Kay. Bonk. And what exactly would you do with a stolen national flag, Kay? She'd have fun with it. Hang it up on her wall, make a collection. These flowers were sent by Global Studios. Global Studios? That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They've been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio is being remodeled. Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. That mascot of theirs is also getting a facelift too, right? What's its name? You mean Mrs. Monkey? Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory. Huh. Never underestimate my powers of recollection. Oh, Edgeworth, you are such a nerd. I gotta give my goats some hay, it's pissing down over here. Oh no! I feel like where I live, we've just started getting some blue skies, so I'm sad it seems that we have sent all of the rain over to you. There's a flat panel, a tape deck, and a row of Steel Samurai videos on this table. I suppose it's so visitors can watch an episode or two at their leisure. I guess it really is just that popular, huh? Yes, although I never thought I would see it reach this level of popularity. Edgeworth's like, I was a fan before all of you normies were. I wonder why they decided to call on the Steel Samurai for an event like this. I mean, it's like they intended to cut the two countries apart with the Steel Samurai sword instead. Wouldn't that go against the whole point of this event? Let's talk to the boy. It appears that the child is watching a video from the first season of the Steel Samurai. Go! Go! Keep on fighting until your last breath! Go! My hero, the Steel Samurai! Completely absorbed in singing the theme song, I see. I'll let that child watch in peace. Another cameraman. Okay, that's good. Alright, now give me a dramatic slam right there. Stop! Hey, do you mind? Get out of the way, buddy. Okay, once more. In 3, 2, 1, action! Okay, was that my fault just now? Well, he's obviously working. I guess we should leave him alone. Okay, leave him alone we will, goodbye. Let's talk to her instead. Let's get in his way again by talking to her. The person he is very obviously filming. And we're here, reporting live from the Theatrum Neutralis. As you can see, tonight's audience is full of enthusiasm. Let's see what this member of the audience has to say. Well, Okay, that was good. Let's do one more run through. Excuse me, but when you are ready to film for real, would you mind giving me a call? I sense that she didn't hear a single word I just said. He just wants to info dump about his special interest, man. This poor guy. Okay, we can't go further through. This is the perfect angle. Huh? Go, my image! Travel across the wave world. Okay, and into every TV set. Oh, wave world. Okay, I get it. A more honest approach to appearing on TV might serve your ambitions better. Some flyers, I think? Or booklets? There are pamphlets about the two embassies here on this table. It still looks weird to me. The country split into two a few years back, and they've shared the building and its grounds 50-50 ever since. Oh? I guess it's because they don't have the money to build two separate ones, huh? I think that's not the reason why, Kate. Well, the thing is, neither of them probably wanted to give up the embassy, because then that would mean, you know, they'd be giving the other country like power, I guess. So they were both like, what if we both stay here? And then that's how it ended. I suppose I just helped myself to one of these. Ooh, we got our first evidence. Oh. What's with all the hubbub? Ah. Hey, look, it's the Steel Samurai. And he's got his son, the Iron Infant? Bro, what? Why does he have a baby? Hello? Alright. Hey, Steel Samurai. How you doing? Do you need someone to babysit your kid? I'm already babysitting over here. This isn't my child. May I speak with you for a second? It's the Steel Samurai. Real talkative guy, huh? Mr. Edgeworth, what are you glaring at him for? Please excuse me. It's just that I've never seen a superhero up close before. Ooh, he gave me a thing. It looks like he's writing something down for you. To Edgeworth. From Steel Samurai Daddy. Ugh. Married man of Neo-Old Tokyo. Wow, an autograph. Pretty cool that you got one, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Huh. Cool. Got a little sketch. We may have to do some, what? Handwriting comparison, I'm guessing? Mr. Steel Samurai, Ambassador Alba is waiting for you. And now the Steel Samurai will proceed to enter the Kingdom of Alabas to shake the hand of the Ambassador. The Steel Samurai isn't only here for the two countries tonight, but rather can be thought of as a goodwill ambassador from our own country as well. Whatever country that is. The Steel Samurai just shut Edgeworth down before he could ask him out. Yeah, he was like, I'm taken. I'm a father. You wouldn't be able to handle this, bro. You can have my signature, though. There he goes. Off to spread goodwill to the world. He really does seem like a goodwill ambassador, doesn't he? Okay, we're shooting the next segment now. Cue camera. In just a few seconds, the Jammer Ninja stage show is set to begin. After the show, the Jammer Ninja will enter the Republic of Babal. He's set to meet with the ambassador of Babal at that time. Ah, the Jammer Ninja show about to start. We've got to get back to our seats. Regrettably, I don't have much of an interest in ninjas. Well, this show will change your mind. Come on, we have to hurry. Kay is desperate. If we miss even a second of the Jammer Ninja's awesome playing, I'll never forgive you. I suppose you're not about to give me much of a choice here, are you, Kay? Is the Jammer Ninja about to die? Someone's about to die. I'm sure of it. I could listen to that A Ninja Marked for Death's Lullaby song all day. His superb playing and that sad melody really brought a tear to my eye. And his heart-wrenching voice. Now that's the Jammer Ninja's greatest weapon. And what's your judgment, Edgeworth? Those pieces of Jammer Ninja merchandise over there. I've got to have them. I especially want the hair sticks they're selling exclusively at these shows. They're exactly like the ones the heroine, Princess Misola, wears in her hair. Let me guess, this is gonna be the murder weapon. Hey, Con, am I winning? I'm not sure this is a game you can win, Con. Anyway, he's not giving in to what she wants at all. Except for when he gives in to what she wants. Anyway? Hold it right there, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? You're thinking of going home, aren't you? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the Yatagarasu will be making an appearance tonight. Most likely it was simply a prank. No way. I just know the Yatagarasu will show. But I thought you said that the Yatagarasu doesn't send calling cards. Yeah, I did, but I figured from the very beginning that this would wind up being a wild goose chase. But that card she sent was a genuine fake calling card. A genuine fake, huh? I'm glad he also heard that. A genuine fake? Well, how can I word this? The Yatagarasu's mark that's on the calling card is exactly the same as my mark. Get it now? We've got a problem! There's a death. Who's dead? Who's dead? The Yatagarasu is... Oh! It's not a death! It's a thief! The Yatagarasu has been spotted in Alabast. What? You heard that, Mr. Edgeworth? Ha! So you finally decided to show yourself, you phony. Oh no. Oh, being blocked. Hey, what gives? I'm sorry, but I will need to search you before you may enter. What the? Hey, the Steel Samurai just waltzed straight on through with that one. Now, if you don't hurry up and let me through, my phony is going to escape. I love that she's just telling everyone under the sun that she's the Yatagarasu. Like, cool, way to get yourself arrested within 5 minutes, kid. Are we gonna have to bail Kay out of this? Is that what this case is? Kay, a country's embassy is considered to be a part of the country itself. If you don't go through the proper procedures to enter the country... Mr. Edgeworth, I'm going to enter through Babal and climb over the wall into Alabast.
Hold it!
You would tell a prosecutor straight out that you intend to illegally enter another... Kate, are you listening to me? No. Why would she listen? Kate Faraday, and I'm coming through. Yes, and welcome. Someone stop her, anyone. Gotta get running, Edgeworth. Oh, jeez. A construction area, all right. What's this noise I can hear? Hello? I mean, telling everyone that you're the Yatagarasu is a good way to make people think that you're not the Yatagarasu. That is true, but I feel like everyone in this game is incredibly gullible and will hear her say, I'm the Yatagarasu, and will think she's the Yatagarasu, because that's how these games go. A kid listening to an adult? Yeah. Never happens. Kay. Where are you? Don't tell me you really did find some way over this fence. Ah! Fire! This is too big for us to handle! Looks like the Yatagarasu came to Babal too! Oh no, there's the arsonist! You... accursed Yatagarasu! Kay, you... You had better be alright wherever you are. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Well, at least she's alive. But she is in fact getting arrested. Gee. I wonder who thought that would happen. Totally not me. Totally wasn't me who said that. I told you it wasn't me.
Hold it!
Edgeworth is so unfit. Bro, you need to do some more exercise, my guy. Kay, are you alright? Do I look alright to you? Now can you do something about this woman? Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of this? Well, sir, it's, this. Oh, you're right, D-Gage. There's also a dead guy. Is that Manny Cochin? Wait, it looks like Manny Cochin. It wasn't me. He was already dead when I ran in here, hot on the heels of the fake Yatagarasu. Look, I only came in here because I saw a suspicious person at the open-air stage. A suspicious person? A long black coat and a hood over their head. I dare you to tell me that's not suspicious. When I saw that person, I immediately thought that they must be the fake Yatagarasu. So I chased after them into the embassy, then into here, and then lost sight of them. But I just know that person is the one who did it. What are you so worked up over? There is no reason for you to be this loud. Oh, and here's Shinar, which means Lang must not be far behind, huh? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're Agent Lang's secretary. Shinar, I believe your name is, correct? And if you are making an arrest, I assume you have evidence that it was Kay who committed the crime. Is that also correct? Wow, isn't she a chatterbox? You refuse to answer? I don't need to answer. You are merely a prosecutor in this country, meaning that you have no investigative authority. Hey, pal! Just what the heck does what you just said mean? I don't know what you just said means. If it happened here, it's under Mr. Edgeworth's jurisdiction. The end. And seeing as how this building is sitting on our soil, we can investigate wherever we'd like. Unfortunately, Detective, embassies are a different matter. Huh? How do you not know that, Gumshoe? Excuse me? This office is considered to be a part of the Republic of Babal, which means that anything that happens in here defaults to the control of the Babalese government and Babalese law, giving them exclusive extraterritorial rights. Extraterrestrial rights? Sir, do you really believe that the truth is out there? Oh, he's watched too much X-Files. Basically, our country's laws do not apply inside the embassy of another country. That's what was agreed to by our respective governments. Our authority to investigate was effectively nullified the second we entered this place. Which means we can do little here in this situation. No way, sir! Please leave this matter in Interpol's hands and go home. Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, you're not... Mr. Edgeworth! Is this Lang now? In that case, allow me to join your investigation. Oh, never mind. It is not Lang. Who the hell is this and why is he gold? Also, hi, Franziska. Hey, Queen. The best girl has arrived. Ambassador Polano, I truly appreciate you allowing me to join the investigation. It's really nothing. Manny was my secretariat, so of course I want to help you as much as I can. In fact, it's a blessing that Interpol agents were able to make it so quickly. Franziska? Well, I never imagined that I'd meet you here of all places. This is an embassy, meaning that you have no authority to conduct... Already? What is it? Ambassador Polano. And you are? I'm Miles Edgeworth, public prosecutor. I ask that you please allow me to investigate this case as Miss Von Karma's assistant. Oh. Assistant? Miles? What the heck do you think you're... Please, I implore you, Ambassador Polano. Very well. I'll be counting on the two of you, Ms. Von Karma and Mr. Edgeworth. What did you mean by you'll be Ms. Von Karma's assistant? I don't exactly have a choice, do I, Detective? If I don't become Franziska's assistant, I can't participate in this investigation. There you go again, running at the mouth with that aloof expression on your face. Franziska, please. I don't know what you're planning quite yet. But at least I do know one thing, that you are now my subordinate. She's living out the dream right now. Best day of her life that she gets to tell him what to do. Just remember that my whip is always ready to wake you, should you have a brain lapse. Of course, I'll keep that in mind. If you are done playing games. Right, let's begin the investigation. Pew, pew, pew! Investigation! By the way, Detective, I suppose it's a bit late to be asking, but why are you here? Well, better late than never, I guess, sir. I was placed on guard duty for the Babalese embassy today. Dude. The last time you were on guard duty, you were accused of murder. Why are we doing this again? Edgy made a mistake becoming his sister's assistant? I'm not sure. I think it's quite smart, really. Really quick thinking. And why are our police guarding an embassy? Well, on account of the card they got from the Yatagarasu. They called us up and asked for our help, sir. Oh, and because we've been searching for the Yatagarasu these past 7 years. It was a more or less mutually beneficial arrangement, if you ask me. Except for how mutually unbeneficial this has all turned out to be, I suppose. It looks like you failed to competently perform your guard duty. Yet again. Look forward to your next salary negotiation. Although it's out of my hands. But sir, if it gets cut anymore, I won't be able to buy even instant noodles anymore. Well, should have thought about that earlier. Alright, let's see. Not last time, it's been like 7 years. I mean, you never know. 7 years ago may have been the last time. All right, let's go left to right. Okay, I can't go further left than this. Sorry, but Interpol is still conducting its investigation beyond this point. I'm a subordinate of Ms. Von Karma. Is there some reason why I'm being denied access? My superior clearly stated, don't you dare let anyone near the site, you got it? If I let you examine this site, my superior would get really angry at me. You know... Oh, sorry.
You know, Mr. Edgeworth, I feel really bad for the guys, so why don't we do as he said?
Yes, I suppose we might as well. Let's go to the fireplace then.
That's some fireplace. You know, it really gives this place a mansion-like quality, don't you think, sir? Ooh, if these are a staple in every Barbalese house, then I bet Santa Claus pays them a visit too.
Just how old are you again, detective? How old is the detective? Do we have his profile? He's 32. I cannot believe the skin tone of this man. It's kind of wild. I return with clam chowder. Well, welcome back, Mayor. Okay, I guess we look at Manny Cochin, who is very obviously this dead guy right here. Also, I wonder if something happened. No, it wasn't the fireplace, was it? I was gonna say maybe the fireplace caused the fire, but there was a match, wasn't there? In the beginning, like, cutscene thing. So our victim was the secretariat of this embassy, I take it. Manny Cochin. I heard that he was an admiral person. Very admiral. Except for when he was accused of murder, but neither here nor there. The cause of death is a stab to the base of his neck. He was lax in watching his back. We were fortunate that the fire missed our victim's body for the most part. If the fire had burned a bit longer, it would have made identifying him a hassle. So Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death in the middle of a raging fire? What in the world happened inside this room? Interesting. I'm going to say rest until I've inspected every nook and cranny. Okay, let's just look at the body first, I guess. This man. Where do I know him from? Well, we're gonna find out. There appears to be something in his pocket. I think it's the key. Isn't it the key that turns into a knife? This key! It can't be. Isn't this the Yatagarasu's key that was stolen 7 years ago? What? But that's...
Huh? 7 years ago? You mean that case where I was framed, sir?
Yes, it's the piece of evidence that stole the life of Kay's father 7 years ago. Which was then stolen by Callisto Yu.
What? Mr. Faraday was killed with this key, sir? I thought he was killed with a knife. Yee!
Someone didn't keep up with the evidence of the crime that he was investigating. Scruffy, at the very least, try to remember the details of crimes you were a suspect in. Franziska, as you will recall, Detective Gumshoe was not present when Ms. Yu made her escape. Plus, even among law enforcement, only a few knew of this key's existence. Okay. Gumshoe gets a pass then, this time. I doubt that a new rookie at the time would have been made privy to such knowledge.
I feel like the victim right now all trampled on, sir.
I suppose I'll just have to fill you in now. The secret to this key is... Oh yeah, the button. Here. I forgot where the button was.
Wow, that's amazing, sir. It's like some sort of magic trick.
I knew it. This is the same exact piece of evidence that Ms. Yu took with her. I remember this beautiful pattern in the blade. I remember this as well. It's a vine motif, isn't it? Yes, it looks like two interwoven vines crisscrossing down the blade.
Vines, sirs? Think it looks like a bunch of stars, if you ask me.
I'm sorry, where are the stars? Where are the stars in this image? Bro, hello?
It's one of those six-sided stars, just like the police mark on our IDs.
Oh, okay. I guess, a super elongated six-sided star then. But, like... See, pentagram makes more sense, Con. I see the pentagram more than I actually see, like, just straight up a star. I really don't think you can call these stars. To say that the detective's art sense is underdeveloped would be an understatement. The real question is, why was the Bubbly's embassy secretariat holding this? While we don't know how Mr. Cochin came to possess this key, we do know that this was stolen by the Yatagarasu from the Cadopian embassy. That's right. Mr. Faraday had written that fact down in his organizer. I believe this means that further research is required into the country of Cadopia. Why don't you ask Ambassador Paleno about what he knows? Supposedly he was a candidate to be the next Cadopian ambassador once long ago. He should be able to answer any specific questions you may have. Alright, we'll talk to him later, but let's look at the stab wound first, I think. It's a knife wound. It's obvious what he was killed with, but I wonder if it's consistent with the wound. Indeed. Just looking around for anything else we could look at. There's like water here. Is that water or glass? No, it looks like water. Alright, only the weapon left, I think. Is this knife the murder weapon? Some preliminary testing has been conducted. According to the results, the blood on that matches the victim's blood. The blade's shape was also found to be consistent with the stab wound. I suppose this means that we now know that the crime was committed with this knife.
This knife's got some real fancy ornamentation going on, huh, sir? This thing practically screams artsy at me, too. Although it's also covered in blood, just like the last thing that I said was artsy.
But the handle is pristine. There's not a single drop of blood on it. Speaking of the handle, I believe it has a butterfly motif. It's very beautiful.
Butterflies, you say?
Either that means the other embassy did it, or it's a red herring to try and say that the butterfly country did it. Okay, I think we're done. Yep, it says we're done. Let's look at this thing. Oh, it's the fan. This ceiling fan must have fallen from the ceiling.
A ceiling fan? What does one of those do?
Exactly what it sounds like it does. It's a fan that's installed on the one ceiling.
Well, if I had one of those in my room, I bet I'd go dizzy from staring at it as I slept.
Detective Gumshoe, in the real world, we close our eyes when we sleep. Hey, listen, some people sleep with their eyes open. I don't think I know anyone who does, but it has been documented. Oh, there's a safe here. A small personal safe. This was Mr. Cochin's office, so perhaps he stored his most important documents in here. Of course it's locked. It appears we won't be able to open it without the key. What if the Yatagarasu's key is the key to the safe? Hey, Wolf, welcome in. Also, thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. How you doing? I'm getting a lot of hydrates today. Thank you all. Ooh, my back's cracking as I stretch. Ooh. There we go. All right, let's talk to Kay and Sheena. Kay, are you all right? You believe me, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't think I did it, right? Yes, of course I don't. And I promise to prove that it wasn't you. That's enough chit-chat. You can investigate all you'd like, but it's only a matter of time before we take her in. It would be wise of you to give up while you can. No, I don't think so. Kay isn't lying, and my investigation will prove that to be true. Go ahead and try then, if you're that confident. I can't allow this to continue on this way. I must prove her innocence post-haste.
I wonder what evidence
points to it not being her. Unfortunately, she's wearing gloves, so that means any of the weapons... And if the weapons don't have fingerprints on them, then then that is proof that she did in fact do it, unfortunately. I'm doing well, and you? I'm doing well too. Watching Taskmaster New Zealand? And not Taskmaster Australia? Rude.
Hey, it's another butterfly.
I believe it is the symbol of the Republic of Babal. Okay. I think I've got something to deduce here. A drawing this big on the wall of an embassy. It definitely conveys a sense of overwhelming patriotism.
Well, I got a lot of patriotism too, sir. The reason I became a cop in the first place was because I wanted to protect our country.
You may want to, Detective. However, I have yet to see the fruits of your desire. Oh, that's so mean. We already finished what's available with Taskmaster Australia. You did? What was available? Like, what seasons? Who did you watch? Who are the contestants? Who did you like? I'm gonna ask you so many questions now. Okay, motif and butterfly. They're the same thing. Yes. The design on the knife's handle. It greatly resembles the special Barbalese species of butterfly. It does, doesn't it? Plus it says right here. This knife is property of the Republic of Babal. Perhaps this means that the knife used in the crime was found right in this room? Alright. We already finished what's available with Taskmaster Australia. Oh, the first 3 seasons? Which one was your favorite? Yeah, season 4 hasn't finished yet in Australia. I think the finale is actually this week. This Thursday. Very good. This season is fun, but it has an incredible amount of penis jokes. Incredible. Which is to be expected from, one of the celebrities that is on the show. But what was your favorite season? What contestants did you like? Season 2 is my favorite. The one with, like, Josh Thomas and Will Anderson and Anne and Lloyd. But I liked all of them. But Reese Nicholson and Aaron Chen are, like, some of my favorite contestants. I can't pick favorite seasons very well, but I can tell you favorite contestants. Tell me then! Why did I join to hear something about penis jokes? We're talking... Hello, ham cheese sandwich. We're talking about Taskmaster Australia, aka one of my favorite shows of all time, even though I haven't watched the first season apart from the finale. I need to watch it. I've never watched Taskmaster apart from the ones I watched with Mare and Echo. Well, I highly recommend it, especially the Australian version, because that's the one I've actually watched, and therefore I can talk to you about it.
Because this is a national treasure, can I ask that you please not touch it? I'm afraid the only ones allowed to touch it are myself and the Secretariat.
But there's a possibility that this is related to the murder, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, why don't we give up for now? We can force them to let us investigate it later when we find some solid proof.
I suppose I don't have a choice here. This must be one of the Primaduck statues Kay was talking about earlier. Is it just me, or does this man look just like the Steel Samurai? They could be twins. These statues remind me of the statue from the Luke Atomy case. You don't know anything about Australia? Well, you're in my stream, you're gonna learn. Okay, let's go over here to the knives.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's still something on this display rack, sir.
Knives, huh? Although the blades are all that remain of them, unfortunately.
I guess the handles all got burned off by the fire.
So even the knives fell victim to the fire. Ambassador Poleno, are these knives yours?
Why, yes, they are. They are a special set of ornamental knives featuring the national symbol of Babal. These butterfly-themed knives, along with Alabast's own set of knives, are comprised of 3 knives each. But I can't believe the Barbalese ones have been reduced to this state.
Ornamental knives, huh? There's a small release on the tang of this blade. Ambassador Poleno, what is this notch here for?
Oh, that! It's a feature of these knives when you can freely exchange the handles on them, so that we can change how they look to fit the situation, of course.
Ah, yes. Different situations. For different... you know, murders. If I don't hear the didgeridoo in 5 seconds, then I don't think you're really Australian. I would not be able to play the didgeridoo. Culturally, I'm not allowed to play. Only men are allowed to play the didgeridoo. It's a cultural thing when it comes to Indigenous Australians. And I am many genders, but man is not one of them. Also, welcome, Cozy Jelly. I see. So these knives were constructed so that the handles could be easily removed. What about these little ornaments? Oh my goodness, Ouija fan! Thank you for the pipe. These shelves are lined with American souvenirs and memorabilia.
It's really strange, isn't it?
I've given you the next best thing. Yeah. List of best musical instruments ever. We have 1, didgeridoo, 2, pipe sound effect from YouTube, 3, probably guitar. Danielle Walker, Nina Oyama, and Julia Morris are my faves. Julia Morris is a legend in Australian television. She also hosts I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here Australian version with Robert Owen, and she's been everywhere. She's been in everything. I like Luke McGregor, though. Also, Jimmy Rees used to be a child star. Well, he wasn't a child when he was famous, but he was a famous children's entertainer. And now he's, like, pivoted. And number 4 is the Super Mario 64 sound font. Yes. But I'd say of those ones, Nina is actually probably my favorite, because she's gorgeous. Yes, Jenny from season 2. Jenny was so funny. The poor duck. The poor duck challenge. Oh, I loved her so much though. But Will is actually probably my favorite from that season. Sorry, I'm yapping about things that only me and Mare probably understand. Guitar feels left of field after those other 2 sounds. Well, guitar is probably one of, if not the most played instrument in the world. It's either that or the piano. But yeah, season 2, Will is probably my favorite, but I love Josh Thomas as well. He's cool as hell.
It's really strange, isn't it? I mean, I thought this was the Barbalese embassy. So, why are there so many American souvenirs, sir?
Perhaps the Barbalese are studying American culture and our tourism industry? If they have plans to make the Barbalese tourism industry truly flourish, then they would need to observe and study other countries' methods, I suppose.
Speaking of tourism, I got these from the blonde guy earlier, sir. He said that if I bring these with me to Babal, I can trade them in for a few buffets.
Ooh, coupons. I just wanted you to know we paused the show and turned up the volume of the stream. You guys are too kind. You said you're listening with your mom? Hi, Mare's mom. Hello, Mama Cat Frog. Who are your favorite season 3 contestants? She says hello. Aww. That's so sweet. My favorites are Aaron and Reese. I knew going into that season that Reese was going to be my favorite, but I had the biggest hunch that Aaron was going to win because Aaron is just an incredibly smart guy. And I think his series of skills works really well with the Taskmaster format. His skills being the autism. Oh, so how do you expect to travel to Babal?
Well, the whole world is connected by the ocean, sir. And for an all-you-can-eat buffet, I'd swim all the way to Babal if I have to.
Oh, geez. How long would that swim be? Can a few simple coupons really motivate people to do such fantastic things? Yes. The answer is yes, Edgeworth. Food is a great motivator. It looks like this was once a magnificent grand It looks like this was once a magnificent grandfather clock, but it has fallen victim to the fire.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Is it okay for me to talk about the clocks in my house, sir?
Objection! Relevance? What the hell? If they're unrelated to the case, I hope that you will refrain from sharing, but...
Well, there's this one clock that I made by myself, but the time...
Oh, okay. He's on a tangent. That's quite enough, detective. There was something else to look at. Like the gravel? There's still some burnt objects scattered on the floor.
Well, burnt things get burnt and then they become burnt things, you know?
No, because there's no way to prove that the burnt thing started out as a burnt thing.
Was it a burnt thing or was it not? I have no idea what's what anymore, sir.
I like that Edgeworth's sprite currently is just tapping Paleno's back. Just tap, tap, tap. Excuse me, sir. Could you turn around? Aaron Chen, Conchetta Caristo, and the absolute icon Reese are my faves from season 3. You have amazing taste. Then, yeah, Reese. I have Reese's book. Reese has like a memoir that's also a cookbook, and I love it so much. I love them so much. I also think Conchetta is an absolute icon for wearing a juicy tracksuit to Taskmaster. Quite possibly the most iconic Taskmaster outfit of all time. See, I'll say, when season 4 comes out, I think we share a lot of favorites between the other seasons, so I think you're going to like Emma and you're going to like Waka. I think those will be your 2 favorites. Tommy, you'll be meh about. I don't think you'll care about Dave. You might like Lisa, though. I feel like you'd be meh about Dave because, like, I hate Dave, but I hate him for, you know, the context around him being a celebrity. He's just annoying as hell, and he's everywhere. So seeing him here is like, oh, why are you here now? Kibby is behind the couch. Baby! Pepsi loves to go behind the couch sometimes. And she likes to put her claws in the bottom of the couch to drag herself under the couch. And you can just hear it. You can hear her scratching at the couch. And we have to go, can you stop doing that? Like, this was expensive. I suppose it's a bit hard for someone with a burnt out light bulb to comprehend. Oh, not the insults. All right, I think that's everything we can look at. Can we look at the door? We can't look at the door. All right, let's talk to Franziska then. Miles Edgeworth. What is it? Let me tell you something. You are currently my subordinate. And if you wish to convince everyone else of that, you will speak to me with respect. Okay, girl. What's with the giddy glint in her eyes? I don't think that will really be necessary, Franziska. Xavier is having the time of his life licking my empty chowder bowl. Oh. Pepsi, whenever mum and I eat popcorn or just like salty chips, we always give a piece to Pepsi to just lick. She loves it. Oh, really? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that you are still under me. I thought Franziska was flying around the world in pursuit of the smuggling case. So then, why is she here at this embassy? Gee, I wonder, maybe because the smuggling case is a part of this somehow? Who would have thought? I was investigating the Alabastian embassy when I got wind of this mess. Ah, that's right. The Adagarasu was due to appear at the embassy as well. Yes, but the difference is that we didn't have a fire over there. Although there was an incident at the Alabastian embassy as well. But I left Agent Lang in charge of that case and came over to the Barbalese embassy. Oh. I don't want to deal with Lang. I don't like him. At least not yet. Ah, so Agent Lang is here as well, huh? It was such, like, a breath of fresh air for the throwback case to not have Lang there. Back from supplying hay to my children. Welcome back. We are now Franziska's assistant. There's been a murder. Manny Cochin is the victim. He had the Yatagarasu's key. That's kind of all there is to know right now. Well, he's in the Alabastian embassy acting as a bodyguard for Ambassador Alba. However, he seems to have a different reason for being there. Yatagarasu questioning. Murder, let's go! Now, you don't have to sound that excited, Cass. So the suspect in the murder that occurred in this office is that little girl, I see. Is she perhaps trying to be the Yatagarasu?
Kay would never harm a soul, sir.
Kay? You remember, do you not? About the case we investigated together 7 years ago? That girl is the daughter of the victim in that case, Mr. Faraday. Huh. So she's that feisty little girl. Kay has been on the trail of the Yatagarasu, which is how she ended up here. Looking for the one who took her father's life. I see.
Kay's trying so hard, but you know what? The Yatagarasu just keeps on tricking us all.
Has an Ace Attorney case ever not been about murder? I mean, Turnabout Kidnapping did have a murder in it, but it was originally about a kidnapping. So I'd say that's the closest we got to that, Con. Murder just makes the case more tasty. So you're a fan of the taste of blood. I see. The taste of death. How so?
The Yatagarasu sent a card saying, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. But all we've had is an arson and a murder. The lab boys are going in circles. You know what this is, sirs? It's a breach of contract, and it's going on the rap sheet.
If you ask me, I'm perfectly fine with the fact that nothing was stolen tonight. I do wonder, though, if Callisto Yu really is the Yatagarasu. Wait, there was also a thief. The urn was stolen, remember? In the Luke Atme case, there was also a murder in that, but the thing is they weren't originally murder cases. Therefore, I think they count, to me. I do wonder, though, if Callisto Yu really is the Yatagarasu. I'm not sure. I feel like she might not be. I don't believe her yet.
I can't believe that Manny fell among thieves tonight. Without him, I have no idea what my schedule for tonight is.
Ambassador Poleno, I believe your schedule tonight will consist of... Oh, Aaron, I'm sorry. You are not a joke to me. I just missed that message. I see you also brought it up. I see. I apologize. Listen. Even when chat moves slowly, it can be hard to keep up. It is also especially hard to keep up when every single person in my chat currently is the color red. Every name is red. It gets to you a little. Ambassador Poleno, I believe your schedule tonight will consist of listening to reports from the police. That and only that. I ask you to cooperate not only for your own sake, but for Mr. Cochin's as well.
You're a rather strong man, aren't you? How fascinating. Here, I know it isn't much, but I'd like you to have these.
Oh, good. Coupons. I'm sorry, but it would be against my principles to accept a bribe.
Oh, no. These are simply coupons we distribute to promote Babal. Remember, we offer a large number of discounts and offers when you visit lovely Babal.
Now I remember. The Republic of Babal is known for its feverish tourism industry. Whatever that means. And I also brought up the fact that Lang was in the last case, but only for a couple of seconds. That is also true. He was in that one. But he wasn't annoying during that case. So... Gonna resume the show. Thanks for yapping. No worries, Mayor. Have a fun time with Taskmaster New Zealand. And feel free to tell me a couple of favorites from that show as well, because I don't know all of them, but New Zealand celebrities, especially New Zealand comedians, a lot of them like come to Australia and do stuff there. Like, I know Ray O'Leary, and I know Mel Bracewell, and I know Guy Montgomery, and I know Ursula Carlson, stuff like that. I know a lot of the New Zealand contestants because they've also worked in Australia. All right, let's ask about Manny. I was wondering if you might tell me a bit about the deceased Manny Cochin.
He was my secretary, and the embassy secretariat, charged with running the whole place. He was an admirable man. His death is a great loss to our country. He was in charge of everything: accounting, printing, taking care of our national treasures.
I'm sorry, but did you say printing?
Our country's primary source of revenue is our tourism industry. So in order for us to print the necessary pamphlets, flyers, coupons, etc., we have a printing press here at our embassy.
I see. Please excuse my forwardness. However, I feel I should mention that I have the distinct impression that I've met him before. Yeah, because he was accused of murder 7 years ago.
Huh. Oh, yes. Since you are of the legal profession, I suppose you just might have. After all, Manny was involved in the KG8 incident.
The KG8 incident?
The defendant who was found innocent at that case was Manny.
So your Mr. Cochin is the same man as the one in that case?
It's been 10 years. Manny recovered personally from that case and dove enthusiastically into this job. He was the one who planned this event and was to oversee this embassy's renovations. It really is a shame. He had such a bright future ahead of him.
All right. Renovations? What were we renovating, perhaps? Also, why are you sweating so much? Also, you have the most impressive sideburns of all time, quite possibly. What exactly did you mean earlier by renovations?
We can't have tourists and visitors to our embassy think we're a poor nation, can we? So renovating the embassy is something of an investment. We may have a rather paltry budget, but we're trying our best to make do. However, I guess the only person who could have helped us do our best is now no longer with us.
And what about Cadopia? Ambassador Poleno, I was wondering if I may ask you about Cadopia.
Cadopia? All right. What would you like to talk about?
First, I'd like to ask you about this key.
What about this key?
I found it sticking out of Mr. Cochin's pocket. I believe it originally belonged to this embassy. Is that correct?
Upon closer inspection, it seems that this key is shaped like a butterfly.
That's not all about this key. It's also capable of changing into a knife.
Oh, how fascinating!
Is it possible that the ambassador didn't know about the existence of this key?
In its knife form, there is a flower mark at the base of the blade. I guess this knife might be from when we used to be a part of Cadopia.
And how did you come to that conclusion?
It is both of Cadopia's national symbols, the butterfly and the flower. I suppose Manny used his key here at the embassy back when we were still Cadopia.
He's got such blue eyes. My goodness. Someone get him brown eye contacts, please. Ambassador Poleno, this key was stolen from the Cadopian embassy 7 years ago by Callisto Yu, otherwise known as the Great Thief Yatagarasu.
Oh, really?
You were not aware that Miss Yu has broken into this embassy at that time?
I'm sorry I can't be of much help. I'm not very familiar with the details, you see. I only became the ambassador after Babal became its own independent nation. But if Manny was still alive, he'll probably know about what happened back then. Mr. Cochin and Ms. Yu knew each other 7 years ago. But that doesn't explain why I found the Yatagarasu's key here in the present. Alright. I think we've, talked to everyone. But we can do some more deducting, I think. He looks like Lestat. Oh my god, you're so right. Okay. What do I put here? Maybe the safe and the secret?
Because I feel like that makes sense. Fuck. Does not make sense. All right, how about Franziska's return? And the key, no. And the key at the embassy. What? What are we missing here? Maybe the stealing of the secret and the key used at the embassy. Listen, I have health to lose. What? Key used at the embassy, locked safe. There we go. Took me long enough. We know for a fact that the Yadagarasu's key was used at this embassy. Furthermore, we found it in the victim, Mr. Cochet's pocket, which leads me to think that perhaps it is the key to use in the personal safe in this office.
Good thinking, sir. Let's go try it out.
It appears I was correct.
What's in the safe?
The key that was left to us in the victim's pocket. It literally turned out to be the key to the next piece of the truth. What do we have here?
Hey, there's nothing inside. Do you think the Yadagarasu made off with everything, sir?
No, Detective. I believe all we need is a closer look. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Well, what's this thing? Why is there paper in the back wall? Gonna make some tacos? Ooh, yum. I hope they're good, Moth. What is this here?
It looks like the ripped corner of a piece of paper, sir.
No, I don't think it's ripped. It seems more to me like it's stuck in the safe.
Hey, you're right. It won't budge an inch, not even when I tug on it. But I don't think I've ever seen paper stuck on the inside of a safe before.
Detective, I think you have it backwards. It's not the paper that's strange. It's the safe.
What did you mean?
What I mean is that the secret to this safe is that it has 2 compartments. Even just eyeballing it, you can see that the inside is a bit too shallow. Furthermore, with the unnatural way the paper is stuck at the back of the safe, I'd say that there's an extra bit of space behind the back wall of this safe. In other words, this safe is a second compartment.
What?
I suppose that you are correct in asserting that the paper is stuck in an unnatural manner. However, if what you say is correct and there is a second compartment, how do we go about opening the door to it then? As you can see, there is no other lock or keyhole in sight. Actually, there is one more spot of interest to me on this safe. Oh? Yes, and I believe that that spot is the key to our mystery second lock. The safe and its locks. All right then, since you're so sure of yourself, show me how you deduced your answer. Shit! Back to say we just watched the most iconic Taskmaster New Zealand prize task, where Laura Daniels stole everyone's girl except for Ursula Carlson. Wait, that's incredible. I love that. Let's go. Mr. Steal Your Girl. What are we deducing here? Okay, let's look at my evidence first. What's in the knife? What's the knife look like? The knife doesn't look, No. The knife doesn't really look like it has anything to do with it. The moose blood is still on the blade. Yeah, oh my goodness, he has been a detective for 7 years. Despite that, it looks like the blood managed to miss the handle somehow. Why? There's a lot of skilled detailing on this handle. It would appear that the handle on this knife is removable. Maybe we'll find something if we remove it? I don't think people would remove the handle just for fun. Remove the handle then, bitch! Oh, we can't remove it. I've seen this season already. Ah, what's here? No, that doesn't tell me anything. What's the knife like? I can't, Can we turn it over, please? How do we turn over the knife again? Started laughing maniacally when I realized it was coming. Oh, that was me with Elle, because I showed Elle season 2 of Taskmaster, and I'd be like, oh, get ready for the worst task you've ever seen, or the funniest task you've ever seen. Okay, so we can't, they're not letting us change it over. So how do we open this? Looks like such a serious safe, but there's not a scrap of paper inside. Which reminds me the safe in your office is just as empty. It's merely a coincidence that both safes are empty. Made that a triple coincidence because my piggy bank at home is empty too. Okay. No, we just got a picture there. Oh, still produces luxurious paper. Okay. Sole producer of Bubbly's ink. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to deduce here. There's a hole here. It's a little too oddly shaped for a latch hole. It's a funny shape for a latch hole. It's shaped kinda like a star. Detective, I would hardly call that shape a star. There must be some reason for this hole. There's some reason why this hole's shaped weirdly. Am I overthinking this? No, I don't think so. Okay, so it's this. So it's this I have to deduce. Oh, wait, I get it. The key to the first part of the safe is the key side of the weapon. And the key to the second part of the safe is the knife part. Right? Doesn't the shape of this keyhole remind you of something, Franziska? The shape? It does look very familiar. However, I believe it's simply a latch hole for the safe's lock mechanism. It's just for keeping the door shut, nothing more. Is that so? The person who used this safe, Mr. Cochin, made sure this safe had 2 compartments in order to hide something. Do you honestly think someone like that would allow the keyhole to the hidden half to look so obviously like a keyhole that even the average person could figure it out? You can't be serious? Are you saying that this hole is the keyhole to the hidden compartment of the safe? That's precisely what I'm saying. And I'll prove it to you right now. That the Yatagarasu's key is the key that will open it. The Yatagarasu's key? Miles Edgeworth, this had better be a very bad joke. Sorry, but this is no joke. The Yatagarasu's key is the very key that will open the second compartment of this safe. Big brain moment? Hell yeah, thank you, Aaron. We know that this key opens the first compartment of the safe, but the keyhole you're talking about is an entirely different shape than that of the key. Yeah, which is why we use this part instead. Ning nong. Let's go over this again, shall we? The Yatagarasu's key was originally made to open Mr. Cochin's safe in the Cadopian Embassy. We confirmed that as a fact by opening the door to his safe with it. Now, let's take a look at the back end of the key. Looking at the knife portion head on, what do you see? What are you talking? It appears that you've come to understand what I'm talking about. When viewed head on, the knife's blade is the exact same shape as the keyhole. The real function of the knife portion is to act as the key to the hidden portion of the safe. But that's preposterous. Because it looks like a knife and was used like one to kill Mr. Faraday 7 years ago, we fell under the misconception that it was always meant to be a knife. But for both the safe and its key to conceal such clever tricks, whatever is hidden inside the secret section must be of incredible importance. Then it's even possible that what I've been searching for is inside. Scruffy, hurry up and open that safe.
Yes, sir. Opening it now, sir.
Whoa! Wait! It's the art dealings! These items, they're
It's a bunch of funny-shaped things.
You're in the way. Now move, Scruffy.
I didn't think I was in the way.
Not the sniffle. Oh, poor Gumshoe. These pieces of art. They're identical to the ones that have been stolen from various countries around the world. I figured as much. These are the treasures this section of the safe was to hide from view. I believe a more thorough examination is required. Examine away, me! These are pieces of stolen art from around the world.
Wonder how much they're worth. Especially this one. Yee!
Scruffy, don't touch those valuable pieces of art with your filthy hands. Why, do you have any idea what would happen to you if one of them were to break? Is it just me, or did she hit one of the pieces of art just now? Uh-oh. She's breaking it herself, but she can probably afford it, though. Back with tacos? Welcome back, Moth. What about the papers? What do they say? Are they like certificates of authenticity or something? This is the document that was stuck earlier. I wonder what it's about.
Beats me, sir.
Why don't we take a look at it first before we give up, Detective? Mr. Cochin's name is written here on the last page. I wonder what the significance of this document is. I guess we'll have to... What's the word? Get a translator. Do we even know what language it's in? It appears that we found the key that the Yatagarasu, no, Ms. Yu stole 7 years ago.
Since it was originally from this embassy, maybe she came back to return it?
I don't think she's the type to be so kind as to do such a thing, Detective.
Okay then. What do you think, sir?
Callisto Yu. For what reason did she steal the key? Is that everything that we can look at? Nope, we can look at the door. To build this sort of trick into one safe is really something.
Yeah, it's neat how this safe has 2 compartments, but what's really impressive is that the other end of the key was another key. I totally hadn't noticed.
I wonder if Mr. Cochin was just paranoid or if he had secrets of that greater value. Well, if this is stolen art, probably is in fact incredible value.
Speaking of paranoid, I once sharpened both ends of my pencil.
What could you possibly mean by that?
But then, when I went to erase something, I got all paranoid that I was gonna stab myself.
Please refrain from dispensing your special brand of unrelated stories while on duty. I kinda like the stories. They're definitely pointless, but they are entertaining. Anything else? Okay, I don't think so. Let me do this then. Francisca's return stealing of secret? Could we connect these two? We could indeed. What does that have to do with the conversation, Gumshoe? Listen, Gumshoe's just here for the ride. He's not here to do anything else other than just be a himbo, you know? To steal your dirtiest secret. Is it possible that the dirty secret the Yatagarasu was out to steal is in this very room? Dirty secret? Francisca, you're in pursuit of some dirty, underhanded dealings yourself, are you not? Something tells me that this is no coincidence. In that case, then, the person I'm looking for is here in the Barbalese embassy, huh? The head of the smuggling operation. I think I just might need to ask Francisca about her smuggling case in more depth. All right, back to Francisca then. Hey, Queen! His vibe is immaculate. I think he gets a little too dumb sometimes. It can be frustrating, but like, he is a fun character. His loyalty is to be commended. Francisca, when we last talked, you said that you were on the trail of a smuggling ring. I suppose the reason you're here right now is related to that? Yes. After analyzing the intel we've gathered from various countries, this embassy rose to the top of our list of sites to investigate. And this is what tipped us off. This account... Oh, that isn't Francisca's voice. This accounting document? It's only 1 page of the whole thing, so we're not sure about all the details. However, it's enough for us to grab onto the tail of the beast. For you see, this type of paper was made only in the Principality of Cadopia, which means that somewhere in the countries of Alabasta and Babal is the head. The one pulling the strings behind the entire smuggling ring. That's Franziska for you. She's amazing, pursuing this case with all that she has. Right. What do we do here now, though? I don't... What now? Huh? There's nothing to puzzle together. We haven't looked at everything yet? I thought we had. What's suspicious here? Oh, I have to deduce something. Okay, I can deduce these documents with Franziska's document, maybe. There it is. Take a good look at these documents, Franziska. It says that there are 3 pages in total, and yet there are only 2 here. Correct. Now, take a look at the smuggling activity document in your possession. Tell me, is it not possible that your page was taken from this set of 3? Well, it certainly looks that way. But putting our multi-part puzzle together, we seem to have arrived at an answer. And it seems that you have now found what you were looking for. Yes, and with this it's become crystal clear that Mr. Cochin himself was responsible for the mass smuggling of Barbalese ink. Barbalese ink? Barbalese ink is a special product of the Republic of Babal. However, due to a special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported. Objection? Well, we didn't get an objection then, unfortunately. I hate chaos. We instead, we gotta hold it. And that reason is... That's classified. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. In any case, it seems that the head of our smuggling ring was our victim, Mr. Manny Cochin. His base was in an embassy. Thus, it was hard for both our country and his to interfere, making it the ideal conditions under which to run a smuggling operation. But it's so frustrating. I lost the person I was to wring judgment down upon with my whip of justice. Well, even if he is dead, we still have a responsibility to look into his misdeeds. You expect me to whip a dead man? Well, I'm not interested. Oh, I'd be interested. I'd feel more into whipping a dead man than an alive one, I think. There'd be, you know, less sounds of pain, though I think that's what Franziska would enjoy out of whipping somebody. Franziska, you must know that Manny Cochin was the suspect in the KG-8 incident. Of course I know. On top of being the head of the smuggling ring, there is the matter of what really happened in that case that needs to be resolved. Investigation complete! Let's go! I'm healthy again! Woohoo! Are you done investigating? You realize now, don't you, that this girl is the only one it could be? Now come along quietly, Yada Garasu. Kay Faraday. You are under arrest for the murder of Manny Cochin. Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you have to believe me, I didn't do it! I chased the fake Yada Garasu in here, and he was already... You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I'd like to hope you reduce the number of mistaken arrests Interpol makes. What is that supposed to mean? I believe I told you that Kay Faraday is not the culprit of this crime. Very well. I suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are. 1-on-1! Even your police confirmed that the Yada Garasu infiltrated the Barbalese embassy tonight. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, the Yada Garasu snuck into this embassy. Furthermore, this girl claims to be the Yada Garasu. And most importantly, other than her, there was no one else in here with the body. Ooh. Where do we go from here, I wonder? Your reason for suspecting Kay is because you think she's the Yada Garasu? Exactly. But it isn't just me. She calls herself the Yada Garasu. Ugh. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I was only out to capture the fake Yada Garasu. Imposter or not, it matters not. A Yada Garasu is a Yada Garasu. Very well. Then I shall prove that Kay is not the Yada Garasu who killed Mr. Manny Cochin. Go ahead and try. Show me what the prosecutors of this country are made of. Yes, ma'am. Alright, Start by pressing, because I actually have no idea what to present here.
Hold it.
They may have confirmed it, but are you telling me that no one could catch the thief? If so, you're basically admitting that the Yatagarasu that committed murder eluded us. Of course, I changed after the Yatagarasu that entered the Babalese embassy right away. And that is also why I'm making this arrest right now. Because at the end of my long chase, there was only this girl. Ugh. In any case, this is what I believed happened tonight. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, they snuck into the embassy. The confusion caused by the fire? Are you saying that the Yatagarasu was not the arsonist who started the fire? A suspicious person in a long coat was spotted in the area. Officers in the area claim to have seen that person start the fire. It sounds like we have a phantom in our midst.
Yeah.
In a way, he could be considered a phantom with the way he randomly appears. This girl claims to be the Yatagarasu press.
Hold it.
Just because she calls herself that, it doesn't prove that she is a killer. No, but it does give her a motive. The Yatagarasu sent a card saying, "I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret." Furthermore, there are documents pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. She obviously wanted to steal them, so she killed Mr. Cochin for the key. I see. Her logic is very sound. I expected nothing less of Agent Lang's secretary. However, that statement just now didn't sound right. It might just be the opening I need. She wanted to steal documents regarding smuggling, so she killed Mr. Cochin for the key. But the documents weren't stolen. Why would she commit the murder and then not steal? Shit. Back. There we go. Press.
Hold it.
So you're claiming that Kane knew that a foreign country's embassy had such documents? As stated in the calling card, the Yatagarasu was out to steal a dirty secret, which means that the global goal tonight was to steal those smuggling activity documents. You have it all wrong. It was the fake that sent the card. Your words are meaningless. If you are truly innocent, then let's see some proof. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I leave it to you to handle this. Yes, I'd rather you did. The Yatagarasu's goal, huh? You can claim she's innocent, but you can't change the facts I've already outlined. She wanted to steal documents regarding smuggling, so she killed Mr. Cochin for the key. I'm so confused. Is Edgeworth involved in international politics now? Yeah, kind of. Accidentally. I'm so confused. We're obviously meant to present something here, right? So what is it? What are we presenting here? No, that doesn't really matter. The profiles don't matter much in this game, which is interesting to me. She wanted to steal the documents regarding smuggling. Maybe we present this?
Objection.
Shit! Okay, got that wrong. Because it must be something to do with the key, because I'm looking at one discrepancy here, and it's the fact that she wanted to steal the documents, but didn't. Like, the documents weren't stolen. Present?
Objection.
There we go. The documents. Agent Shina, I regret to inform you, but there's a flaw in your logic. Oh? Even if you claim that she is the killer, and the Yatagarasu, I'm certain that securing the smuggling documents is not the motive behind the murder. The key to the safe in this room was found on Mr. Cochin's body. Furthermore, the Yatagarasu would not be so stupid as to leave without the documents.
I like her smiling, sweating sprite. That's cool.
By the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when we looked, it's obvious that the killer's target was not the safe at all. Then perhaps you didn't know that Mr. Cochin had the key on him.
Objection!
If that's the case, then why would she have needed to kill him? Because I can think of no reason for her to kill him if she had not known that fact. Need, reason. All of this is simply our conjecturing after the fact. Did she have to speak so slowly? It's entirely possible that she accidentally killed him when she was sneaking in. Perhaps she didn't notice the safe second compartment before returning the key. But the fact still remains that Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death.
Objection!
But you have no definitive proof that it was Kay who committed the act. Actually, I do. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim with my own eyes. What? Kay? Girl? Why did you have a knife? What? Allow me to tell you a little bit more about the evidence that will put her away behind bars. All right, round 2. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon, which the killer was holding. I assume she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife is a part of a special 3-piece set, which is designed like no other. The evidence and testimony, it all points to the girl. There is no counter-argument. All right. Ugh. That is your definitive evidence? You see now that she is definitely the killer, right? No! Mr. Edgeworth, you've got to believe me. I saw a suspicious person running in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear. And you came in here because you were chasing this suspicious person? That's right. I ran into this office only because I was chasing after that person. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the light, but then... Ah! Who's there? This is... I came to this room upon hearing that girl scream. I'm sorry. Why would a girl kill a guy and then scream? Like, what, is that not... I feel like, unless Shinar is believing it's some sort of red herring, I feel like that is extremely indicative of the fact that Kay was a witness to the murder and the person who found the body instead of being the actual murderer. Did Bowl Cut kill him? No. You never know. No, I don't think it's Shinar. I actually don't know. I don't have a theory yet. I don't actually have a theory yet as to who's the murderer in this case. Like, Poleno is obviously suspicious because he's the first new character in this case that we know. But it could really be anyone else. And when I saw her holding the knife, I immediately restrained her. Maybe she thinks it was an accidental killing? I mean... maybe. She could think it's manslaughter. But she's accusing Kay of murder. That's not... She's not accusing Kay of manslaughter. So, what gives? So the object Kay felt by her feet on the floor was the murder weapon. I had the knife analyzed right away, but we failed to find anyone's prints on it. But the suspicious person in the black coat who came into this room before me... You continued to insist there was such a person, but if there was, where did they go? That... I don't know, but I know they came in here. It sounds like the desperate excuses of a suspected killer, not a trustworthy testimony. You understand, don't you? We can't trust this girl's words, Mr. Edgeworth. Ugh, she has a point. Even if Kay's words are the truth, I must show that they're within some solid evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, I really didn't... Kay, don't worry. If you didn't do it, then there must exist a way for me to prove that. Still not giving up, I see. In that case, try to counter my argument, if you can. Don't worry, I can and I will. Here we go again. Knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. Press.
Hold it.
Does this mean that you already have the results back? We have confirmed that the shape of the Barbalese knife's blade matches the wound. Please don't confuse the efficiency of Interpol's forensics team with your own.
Objection.
I won't if you don't underestimate our police force. And so we're clear. I'd hardly say your logic is sound, which you will see in a bit. If you can prove me wrong, please, by all means, go ahead. That has been my intention all along. Now let us return to your testimony. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon. All right, press.
Hold it.
You mean to say that you saw Kay holding the murder weapon with your own eyes? I was also on the search for the Adagarasu. When I heard that girl's scream coming from this room, I rushed over straight away. When I arrived, I saw that girl standing there, motionless with the knife in her hands. But I already told you! I only came in here because I was also after the Adagarasu. The suspicious person I saw came into this room. But when I entered, it was pitch dark. I felt something by my foot on the floor, so I turned on the lights, and then... You found out that it was the murder weapon at your feet. How many times do I have to tell you? We can't trust the words of a suspect. And how can we trust the words of you? Ma'am? The only thing you'll accept is evidence, isn't it? That's the only acceptable way to counter an agent of Interpol on the scene of a crime. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have some kind of evidence that can prove me innocent? I think I do, because there's one piece of evidence I find to be a bit interesting. I think I need to carefully examine that piece of evidence again. Okay, what are we examining? Embassy of Babal, Embassy of Abalast. They also each possess a set of crafted knives. Cadopian paper. I don't think it's this one. What if it's this one? Steel Samurai Daddy. Worried Man of Near Old Tokyo. Is that what that says? I don't actually remember what this says. Is also a knife. Well, I looked at all of this, didn't I? Yadagras's key was originally made to open the safe in the Barbalese Embassy Secretariat's office. And while the blade looks like a simple knife at first glance, when viewed head-on, it's actually the same shape as the second keyhole in the safe. This key was stolen by the Yadagarasu 7 years ago from the Cadopian Embassy, which suggests that this was made while Cadopia still existed as a country. And there's nothing else here to do. Maybe if we flip it back? We discovered this trick 7 years ago, and with it we were able to corner Mizu. But who would have thought that I'd see this key again after all this time? Can we look at the key? It's not that far-fetched to think that the end of this key was meant to be a butterfly. The keymaker must have been a true patriot to have fashioned this after the national symbol. Alright, what next? What about you? I think we've already investigated this, though. Unless there's something I'm missing. It's kind of hard to investigate, like, in items like this, because, like, it's usually a specific way to turn it that you get to see what it wants you to look at. We got this. We can't really do anything here. This is just the documents. Which the killer was holding. If she was holding it, why is it on the ground? Wrong. Okay, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. That was incorrect. Okay, okay. Lose health. Okay, let's just press the next one and see what we can do here. I ask that you please refrain from speculation. It's a sound hypothesis derived from the evidence. There's no room for debate. Ugh. Miles Edgeworth, know that an ungraceful loss will not be tolerated, my subordinate. Now, rebut her hypothesis with factual logic. What a word. Otherwise, what was your investigation for? Yes, you're correct, thank you. Helping a subordinate out with advice is the job of any good superior. She seems to be rather enjoying herself, but she is correct nonetheless. Agent Shinar, please continue with your testimony. Then we got testimony number 4. 3-piece set that has a design like no other. Press. About the 3-piece set, is there really no other like it? Let's ask Ambassador Poleno for more details, shall we?
The knives are indeed special. They have the butterfly, the symbol of the Republic of Babal, engraved on them. And because there are only 3 of them in the world, they are very, very valuable.
The national symbol, huh? Well, the knives are covered in the butterfly design.
Along with the Alabastian set, our respective countries only have 3 knives each.
I see. Are you satisfied now? If so, let's continue. The evidence and testimony at all points to the girl. There is no counter-argument. Press. No, I believe there's still room for debate, and I'll thank you to not decide that for me. I didn't decide anything for you. I'm merely looking at the reality the way it is. Are you sure you're not just viewing the facts through rose-colored glasses? Putting the sunglasses on to hide her tears because she's being ripped apart. Mr. Edgeworth, I think she's mad at you. Oh, never mind then. Commentary incorrect. Perhaps, but our definitions of reality are a tad different. Are the 2 of you done chatting? Agent Shinar's proof is the Barbalese knife that Kay was allegedly holding.
Yeah. So, how are you going to prove that Kay didn't do it, sir?
If Agent Shinar wants to suspect Kay merely because Kay was the only one here, then I must show with evidence that Kay couldn't have committed the murder.
Do you have such evidence, sir?
Yes, there's one piece of evidence that seems very unnatural to me, and I believe it is my duty to point that out to Agent Shinar. What's unnatural? Okay, I think I might have a theory. Is it the weapon? Because they said, like, the blade is covered in blood, but the sheath is not covered in blood. So maybe the knife was sheathed after the stabbing? Question mark? The glasses complete her look. Oh, they definitely do. The glasses make her look very cool.
Objection!
Okay, the knife was right. Let's go. I just had to think a little bit harder. So the murder weapon was the knife with the butterfly design on it. But is that really the truth? Or what are you getting at? I'd like for you to take a look at this. There is blood on the blade, and yet there's not a speck of blood on the handle. This signifies that at the time of the crime, a different handle was attached to this blade. The knife that Kay was holding had its handle switched and was, in fact, not the real murder weapon. It wasn't the real murder weapon? This knife can be taken apart. Shall we give it a go? Let's go. Wawoom. As you can see, the Barbalese knife has now been disassembled into 2 parts. It's got a flower on it! It's an Alabastian knife! The killer must have pulled the murder weapon out of the victim's body and proceeded to swap the knife's original handle with this butterfly one. It was all to create the illusion that Mr. Koshin was killed with the butterfly-themed knife. This should clear up any and all suspicions surrounding Kay. Your argument isn't airtight yet. How so? It's possible that the girl herself is the one who switched the handles.
Hold it!
Don't be ridiculous! For what purpose would she do such a thing? I don't care to know how a criminal thinks. The way they view the world is beyond the comprehension of a normal person like myself.
Honey, you're not normal. An Interpol agent is also not what I would call a normal person. Therefore, I wouldn't put anything past them, no matter how odd it may seem.
Objection!
The truth is right there in front of you, and this knife will show you the way. You will come to see that Kay is not, and could not have been Mr. Cochin's killer. Can I zoom? Zoom. The symbol. What is this mark on here? It's the mark of a flower. I assume you know what this means? No, not really. Butterflies rest on flowers all the time to drink their sweet nectar. And so they do. However, would this butterfly really drink the nectar of this flower? The answer is clearly not a chance. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. Now to prove the relationship between the butterfly and the flower with this. Is it this? Yes, it is this. I think. You can't be serious. It appears that you've made the connection. The flower on this blade is designed after a certain country's national symbol. That's right, the Kingdom of Alabast. In other words, this blade is from one of Alabast's ornamental knives. Ugh. This part of the knife handle has Babal's national symbol of the butterfly on it. Therefore, it is undeniably Barbalese in origin. But as we both know, you can't kill someone with just a knife handle. Incidentally, when exactly did the murder occur again, Agent Shinar? Ugh. After the fire had broken out? That's right. Kay entered the Barbalese embassy after the fire had taken place. Furthermore, she had not been to the Alabastian side of the building before then. On top of that, not a single person passed between the two countries during the fire, which means that Kay could not have transported an Alabastian object over there. This makes it impossible for her to be the true killer. Ugh. Whoop! Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! What a great victory! Huh? Hey, why is everyone so quiet? I'm happy we got this far and cleared Kay's name, but what worries me now is what will happen next.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? Oh, an Alabastian knife. Here? Do you mean, how did this find its way to the Republic of Babal? It didn't just find its way over. Rather, we should focus on how it was smuggled over. Steel Samurai. Right? It had to have been the Steel Samurai coming from one of the embassies to the other, right? You know what? My brain hurts thinking about it while we're just standing around. Thinking while you're on the run? Now that's the way a real great thief operates. Okay? Oh, thanks a bunch, Mr. Edgeworth, for proving me innocent. I mean, you believed in me the whole time, right? Tell me you did. Well, of course I did. Not really, but come on, you don't have to be shy about it. Oh no. Your argument is still not airtight. Would you care to elaborate? I understand now that the girl didn't commit the murder. However, there is still the possibility that she is the Yatagarasu. That again? Look, how many times do I have to explain it to you? I am the real Yatagarasu. I'm not like that fake one that goes around setting fires, okay? Whether you're the real deal or a fake, it doesn't really matter. All I have to say is this. I have my suspicions that this girl is the one who started the fire.
Objection!
Preposterous! On what grounds do you suspect her of such a thing? The fact that she calls herself the Yatagarasu. That in itself is the most elegant proof. Miss Shinar. Yes? I have no intention of taking back any of what I've said. Huh? I am the great thief Yatagarasu, and I refuse to allow some imposter to claim that name as their own. The path of justice that my father pointed me towards, I will walk it the best that I can. It's not good to be so stubborn. I hope you can understand that. Thanks a lot for the concern, Miss Shinar. Let me share something with you too, as a token of my appreciation.
Those sunglasses totally do nothing for you, so I'll steal them from you next time. No, Kay, don't say that. Oh, why are you threatening an Interpol officer? Ugh. Well, I guess we better get going. Going? To where? To the Kingdom of Alabast. If we don't go, we won't know for sure, right? I suppose not. We won't get anywhere simply by standing here thinking. To see where the Alabastian knife came from, we'll have to pay the Alabastian Embassy a visit. Let's go, Mars Edgeworth. As you are my subordinate, I will not tolerate you bringing the investigation to a halt. Understood. And off we go. To be continued. I was hoping this was a to be continued moment. Yes, save that progress. Oh my goodness. Is it ever a case in this game where someone gets falsely accused? We end up having to play defense attorney as well as prosecutor. We solved the murder? No. You're getting a little bit ahead of yourself there, Con. Oh god, there's Lang. No. I don't want to see him. Leave me alone. Alright. That was fun. That was good. I've heard that this case is a long one, so we're gonna have a few episodes to go, methinks. But I'm excited to see what the future holds for this game. I've been really, really enjoying it. I don't think there's ever been a point where I've been really annoyed or frustrated with this game at all. Alright. Let's find someone to raid to. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. As always, this was a great stream. Thank you, Ouija fan. Today we will be raiding one of our regulars. One of our regular raid people. Because guess what? She's upgraded. She is now a VTuber. She made her debut yesterday and it looks so cute. She's so pretty. Her model is so gorgeous. I love it so much. So we're gonna give her a big congratulations today. We're gonna be raiding Mel. We love Mel. So let's hit that raid. Thank you everyone so much for outro time. Thank you everyone so much for coming. Thank you so much for chatting and hanging out and helping me solve mysteries. Thank you, Moth, for the suggestion of that Murder Wordle game. I'm excited about that one. Let's send our love over to Maiden Melody. This is the raid message for those who are followers of the stream. And for subscribers of the stream, you get the Wiggle raid. You get the special emote raid. Later this week, we will be playing Minecraft, but we will be coming back to Ace Attorney Investigations next week, alongside our Community Day, which is almost definitely Gmod Prop Hunt. However, if you want to vote in future Community Days, feel free to vote in the Discord. You can also use the Discord to hang out with me and other members of the community, catch up, see what everyone's getting up to. And if you want to catch up with me in other ways, see clips from the streams, watch VODs back, feel free to follow me on my various social medias, my YouTube, my Twitter, my Blue Sky, my TikTok, and my Instagram. I hope you all have a really good night. Thank you all so much, as always, for the love. Thank you for the follows, for the people that have followed me offline. I do really appreciate it. And I will see everyone in the next stream.